When I became an assistant professor at the University of New Orleans, one of the first things I wanted to do was to get back engaged in international education. I'd spent a couple of years during my graduate work between my master's and my PhD, working in Europe, in and around Innsbruck and Munich and Switzerland, and so I loved that part of the world, and I decided that after a couple of years at the University of New Orleans, then it was called, of course, LSU-UNO, LSU in New Orleans, that I decided that LSU-UNO needed a summer school like the one I'd gone to, so I could begin to transform other lives in the same way that experience transformed my own.
When Nick started the Innsbruck program, it was simply for UNO students, and it was kind of slapped together, and initially it could not go to Innsbruck itself, went to Munich for a couple of years. But Nick persevered, and he was able to establish a relationship with the city of Innsbruck, with Austria, and that, helped immeasurably to get the program off the ground.
Well, I'll be honest and say that Austria was never the first place I ever saw myself going, but I'm happy for the experience and I fell in love. That was summer of 2013. Since then, I have been to a total of 11 countries, 7 included, because of the Austria program, the Innsbruck program, and my passion for traveling and touring internationally has grown even more so. So right now I'm in pursuit of a public health degree in global health.
For me, professionally, since my area specialty is tourism, it really allowed me to gain some more expertise by teaching and traveling with my students. Being in the classroom is wonderful, but then having the access to guest speakers, visiting local attractions in Innsbruck added a lot of value to me professionally.
We lived in Eagles above Innsbruck at night when the moon would come up. I mean, it seemed to fill the sky. I mean, it was huge. I remember that very much.
The best memory was the opening of the very first summer school there in 1976. It was a glorious day. The city brought the Tyrolean marching band, and all the students and professors in their academic regalia marched down the Rhine to the old university buildings in those days, which was the Aula, the main ceremonial place for our openings for the first number of years. It was quite a moment for me and for the Chancellor of the University of New Orleans, Homer Hitt, who was processing along next to me with the banner of the International Summer School for LSU-UNO being held by students right in front of us as we walked along behind the band.
That was the first time I had ever been to Europe, and it was an incredible experience going as a student with a Euro pass, with the freedom of pretty much anything, not anything I wanted to do, but my parents were very sweet and did not really put many limits as far as using the Euro pass or buying what I would find as trinkets or souvenirs, and so we really enjoyed just exploring. The adventure of going was just, I couldn't wait for my daughter to go and my niece to go, and my youngest hopefully will go in 4 years.
Well, nothing existed that Dion told me about. There was a post office that I think had been her fantasy. It didn't exist. She described a favorite place by the Inn River, which we never found. But we did find Old Town, and we enjoyed it as much as she told us we would. So she was the one who encouraged us to take the trip.
I anticipate this trip to be really informative and adventurous, as well as helping me open my mind more to the world. I'm really excited about taking Dr. Dean Roheck's course, The Sociological Perspectives on Genocide and the Holocaust, because I've always had a sensitivity for the subject. It's going to be really exciting to learn about the sociological perspectives in the country where that sort of inhumane event happened in.
I just like to say that I am incredibly grateful for the Innsbruck program because it let me know that the sky is the limit and there are so many possibilities for me.
You know, I'm a huge fan of our study abroad programs, and Innsbruck has just been a real gem. I mean, to me, I'm proud of being associated with it, and to me, I really look forward. I have a daughter now, she's just turned 3, and I'm so excited to be reacquainted. I'm hoping to teach again maybe in a year or 2, but this time bring my daughter and my mom, and you know, let her kind of experience some of that I don't know, feeling of just nostalgia I have when I'm there, and let her travel abroad. I think would be a wonderful opportunity.
Well, my hope for the future of the program is that it will continue to do what it has been doing for 40 years, and there'll be at least another 40 more years. That the bridge between our universities and our cities will continue to be a bridge that carries people, students, faculty, and ideas, scientific exchange, intellectual exchange. I always say if you build strong bridges, you'll be surprised at the traffic that it will bear, and things that you never thought of will cross that bridge.
If the student approaches it the right way, it'll change their lives. And if the faculty approach it the right way, it will change their lives as well, as it did mine.